What up, boxing world? Adrien the Problem Broner versus Shawn Showtime Porter. Mixed emotions, a lot of them. Funny, sad, exciting, I mean the whole nine. You guys name it. It was all there. Coming to the first round, Shawn Porter showed that he was going to be the aggressor. He was indeed the aggressive guy. All the way. All the way, as a matter of fact. I mean, there was a couple of them that, Broner tried to get back. But Shawn Showtime Porter did show up to fight. I believe on the third or fourth round, he tried to knock out Adrien Broner. He missed. Big right hand shots. He missed. But he did not miss all those body shots. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously, some of them were blocked. But the body shots were impressive by Porter. I still believe that Broner is better off fighting at 140. Even with a catch weight at 144. As a matter of fact, guys, there was no rehydration clause. Adrien Broner came in at 157 tonight, and Shawn Porter came in at 161 pounds. So I believe that helped out Porter a little bit, rehydrated, gained some more of the strength that he's used to, versus the weigh-in that he looked like a beef jerky yesterday. But indeed, he showed up to fight. I believe that Adrien Broner had the capability to beat Porter, and he didn't take it. He didn't take Porter seriously. He didn't. I believe that Porter shocked Adrien Broner. He didn't know that Porter was going to perform the way he did. Broner, like I said, he looked like he took it easy, like he underestimated and was very overconfident against Porter. You can't do that. You can't do that. Porter is no joke. He only lost once. Even though my fight prediction, like I told you guys, was Adrien Broner via unanimous decision, which is obviously wrong because of the catch weight and the rehydration clause, but that wasn't the case here. There was no rehydration clause. And I'm very happy for Porter to win, Some say this was the battle of good versus evil, and the good won. Porter is a very humble guy. He did what he could tonight. He tried to knock out Broner, I believe so. I strongly believe that, But he went on to body shots. Tony Weeks, I was a little irritated by him in the early rounds when Broner was holding Porter and was not taking points and kept warning and warning over and over Broner about the holding, about the hands, and wasn't taking points until the end when he actually took the points away from Broner, which is good. It was a good decision. It was no question that Broner needed some points taken away from because of the holding in the hands. There was a notable advice there from Kenny Porter, Shawn's father, that he just gotta keep doing it. He just gotta keep, letting his hands go, because as Kenny said, Broner cannot hurt you. He could only hold you. Well, that's true and false. True because, like I said in the early rounds, Broner was holding. It was noticeable. Holding, running around. I mean, you name it. Broner was doing it because he was underestimating Porter, because he wasn't even throwing a lot of shots. He wasn't even taking him serious, bro. It was like he's playing him around like he's nobody. But like I said, he underestimated Porter because he was very aggressive. Porter was just letting hands go. You know what I mean? Porter's hands was everywhere, regardless if it was a shot, a hit or not. He was letting his hands go, and eventually those shots were coming in, especially the body shots. I believe that Shawn Porter prepared for this fight with a lot of body punches, and it showed. You know what I mean? He tried to, like I said, knock out Adrien Broner, try to land those big shots on the head, but with Adrien Broner's hand, it was just not happening. It seems to me that Shawn Porter's plan B worked, which was the body shots. I said that Kenny Porter was true to what he said about Broner can't hurt him. He can only hold him, and it showed, and you guys knew that. However, it was false also, a little bit, not completely. It was false that he couldn't hurt him because Porter was dropped by Adrien Broner on the 11th round, and that surprised me too. And I was worried a little bit there that I believe Adrien Broner knew he was losing the round. He was losing the battle, from the get-go. I believe so. Because on the 10th, 11th, and 12th round, he came, he became somewhat of the aggressor. He got the knockdown, but it's not enough to win the fights. And I was very irritated about that commentator in the background when I was watching the fight. I was very irritated because the guy was pro-Broner, right? And all he ever said while the damn fight was going on was like, oh yeah, good counterpunch by Broner. Broner is the aggressor. Broner is the quicker guy. I mean, everything positive that you can say about Broner in the worst situation, he said it on that commentator did in the background. And I was like, is this dude serious? I was getting pissed off. Is this serious? Are we watching the same fight? Because even this stupid commentator sitting in the background, it was on the 10th round, or no, 11th round, I believe. And he goes, I believe the scorecards are even. That whoever wins the 11th and the 12th round, I believe is gonna be the winner of this fight. I was like, this dude is freaking high. This dude's smoking crack. He's not watching the fight that we are, because you guys know already, the scorecards were ridiculous. I mean, one of them were like 118 to 108. It's not even close. That's even with a knockdown. I would have loved to see, though, Porter not getting knocked down. I didn't like that knockdown. Even though he won the fight, I didn't like that. I believe that he got careless there on the 11th round. Now, credit to Broner, and we all know this. It's obvious. Broner has quicker hands. Had Broner did what he did on the 11th round throughout the whole fight, he'd have won the fight. I guarantee it. He's got quicker hands than Porter, but Porter has the heart and motivation. He's got the strategy. He's got the talent. He's got the skill set. He's got everything coming to this fight, especially with all the taunting and insulting that Broner did. It kind of like gave him ammunition, fueled him, to gonna want to win the fight that much more, and gonna want to knock out Broner that much more. And it showed. It showed, like I said. But I didn't like that knockdown, though. I didn't like that knockdown. Even though, Porter won, I didn't like that knockdown because he got careless there. Not necessarily because Shawn Porter didn't listen to his dad. I don't think it's all about that, because that's what Kenny Porter said at the end. He said that, had you listened to me, blah, 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 you wouldn't have got knocked down. I told you to do something else, and you did the other thing, comes to the fight. He said that on the post-fight interview. And give credit when credit is due. Kenny Porter did, even though with the insulting and taunting on the final press conference, Kenny Porter did acknowledge Adrien Broner's knockdown to his son. He said, AB did a good job, and that, AB caught Shawn and dropped him. Not verbatim, but some of those in the line. So, on the other hand, I believe that the Porters are happy. They're coming home, or they're going home with a win. But I still think that Kenny Porter is not as happy as he would have had, or he would have been, had the knockdown didn't happen. You know what I mean? The knockdown, it was ugly. I didn't like that. Especially on the 11th round. I mean, everybody already knew, like, oh yeah, Porter's gonna win. Yes, Porter. And we know Porter was winning. We all know that, except for that stupid commentator in the background keeps saying that Broner and Porter were even on the 11th round, and whoever wins the 11th, 12th round, the one that wins the fight. No. That dude needs to be fired. No, it's a retard. Anyways, I believe that Shawn Porter, like I said, was not as happy as he would have been had the knockdown didn't happen, and so does his father. But a win is a win, right? But like I said, I'm going to say this one more time. I believe that Adrien Broner has quicker hands. It's quicker, not necessarily a better defensive fighter as his big brother Floyd Mayweather Jr., even though they have, same style. At least Broner tried to copy his big brother Mayweather, same style. But he's not there yet. He's not there yet, or he's never will be there, because it shows. He just doesn't have a great defense. And he let Porter get all those body shots in. He tried to elude Porter, though. Now, I believe that Adrien Broner is being a sore loser on the post-fight interview, because everything that he was asked about the fight, about Porter, his answers didn't have anything to do with the question. Talked about his finances, saying my family, my kids are good, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I got money. And nothing to do with the question. He asking you about the fight. What you think about the fight? He talking about finances. He was even questioned about, the dinner that supposedly they agreed upon prior to this fight. And he said, yeah, I'll take him out. And trying to be funny, he said, yeah, I'll still take that dinner. I'll take his girl or something like that. Come on, man. Stop being a sore loser, bro. Remember, guys, I had a video back in the past. It's called Deontay Wilder Bashes and Insults Manny Pacquiao. And I said this before. An undefeated fighter, even with one loss or two losses, but an undefeated fighter, you will be surprised of what stuff come out of their mouth, especially when they get embarrassed, especially when they lose the first time, even on the second time. And that thing showed again today. It was on my video. You guys watched my video of what I said on the Deontay Wilder Insults and Bashes Manny Pacquiao. It's on my channel. Watch it. And it shows. When somebody has an ego as high as Adrien Broner, pride as high as Adrien Broner, and gets embarrassed like that, because it was embarrassing. Yes, he did knock down Porter, but that boy Porter, he sure calmed the win. It showed, It showed. It embarrassed Broner. It wasn't embarrassing like a knockout like what Madonna did to Broner, but it might as well be. 118, 108? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. And, even though it was impressive, like I said, I believe that Kenny Porter, Shawn's father, is going to criticize his son about that knockdown. And I don't think it hurt Porter. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think it hurt Porter, because as soon as he was knocked down, he got back on his feet. He's right back at it again. He was right back at it again. Yeah, he was somewhat holding Broner, though. I saw that, because he couldn't really get inside Broner because of Broner's hand, which he was deducted points from. Broner had his hands and was preventing Porter from getting inside the face shots. So, and also he was blocking body shots too. So, when Porter tried to recoup from that knockdown, even though I didn't think he was really hurt, obviously he's still a little dizzy and wobbled a little bit, but I don't think he was that hurt. But even though I saw some hugging there that Porter did to Broner, a little bit, not much. But he had to do what he had to do, right? Broner's been doing it to him all damn 12 rounds. He had to do at least a couple of them, And not mad at him for doing that, He just got knocked down. What are you going to do? You get knocked down again. But, like I said, Broner just underestimated Porter and was very, very cocky and overconfident coming to this fight. Really, really. And I think Broner should be better off fighting at 140. Not even with a catch weight 144. Who the heck is really going to fight that he's got a chance against a true welterweight guy? I don't know. I think even Brandon Rios or Bradley can freaking beat him. He's better off 140. Or he's got to really, really take boxing seriously. Because Broner is such a kid that it shows, you know. He doesn't take his career seriously. He talk a lot of crazy stuff. He's funny, entertaining and all, good TV, but it ain't good for his career. You know, he's getting embarrassed. This is the second time he got embarrassed for opening up his big mouth. First was with Maidana, which he insulted Maidana so much even on the weigh-in. And the second time now, he went and insulted not only Shawn Porter, but Kenny Porter as well, his father, you know, on the final press conference yesterday. And Broner ate all his words, you know. Shawn Porter made him eat all his words. And I didn't like the comment of Adrien Broner on the post-fight interview either. He seemed like a sore loser to me, you know. Wasn't answering the question that he was asked. He was talking about finances again, that I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm a true champion. You're not a true champion, Broner. You're just not, bro. You know, maybe you ought to go back to 140, and you could do a lot better there. Hell, maybe even go down and fight for somebody like goddamn... I don't even think Adrien Broner can beat somebody like freaking Rigondeaux. You know, if Rigondeaux fight Broner and agreed on a certain weight, bro, Broner will go down. But this fight was all mixed emotions, you know. Happy for Porter of the win. Shout out to Shawn Porter for winning the fight. Didn't like that knockdown though, Porter. Didn't like that, you know what I mean? Didn't like that, you know. Even though you beat Broner, you know, Broner has a big mouth. He's gonna say, "Oh man, I knocked him down. He never knocked me down. He never hurt me." You know, he's gonna say that. That's what he's gonna say. And I'm sure Shawn Porter's father, Kenny, is not happy with that either. Even though with a win, you know what I'm saying? It would have been perfect without that knockdown. Perfect, perfect, man. My prediction on this fight, I said that there was not gonna be no knockdown or knockout. Almost, until Porter let his guard down and got caught. But like I said, I didn't think that Porter got hurt. You know, he wasn't like dizzy that he couldn't continue anymore. No, he got back on his feet and, you know, he did what he had to do. Body shots. But that was very impressive body shots. You know, very impressive. And that's what wins fights, you know. Heart, dedication, motivation. And let me know what you guys think. Crazy. This fight was crazy. Crazier than I thought. I thought it was going to be crazy, but crazier than I thought. You got Adrien Broner. Cocky, overconfident, underestimated Porter. Porter, the humble young man, you know, a true welterweight guy, moved down to the catchweight at 144, and agreed supposedly to the rehydration clause at 154, but didn't really happen. Weighed in 161, Broner weighed 157 pounds. Actually, the percentage, the punching percentage, the power punches percentage had Broner through a lot more, then he probably would have won the fight, because he had a higher percentage of power punches, power shots than Porter. It's just that Porter was really letting his hands go. He was throwing a lot of shots, a lot of you know, and those are points, you know. And Broner, every time he can't get away with Porter, he did. You know, he tried to elude Porter so many times. Yeah. I don't know. I think that Porter is no good at 147. Not even 144. He's got to go back to 140. It just doesn't look good, you know what I mean? Unless, like I said, unless he regroup and retrain, you know. I bet you that Adrien Broner wanted to win this fight, you know, with all the trash talking he said, with all the insult and taunting he said about Shawn Porter and his father. He wanted to win. He had to win this fight, you know. But he ate his words, man. He said yesterday his closing remarks on the final press conference was, "This boy won't beat me." even Porter tried to shake Broner's hands yesterday, and he turned around and Broner didn't shake his hand. You know, it was all mixed emotions. That's why the fight was so hyped. You know, I was actually surprised of how many people were there and how the attention of the boxing fans around the world were caught because of this fight. I mean, obviously we know who Shawn Porter is. We know who Adrien Broner is, you know, but they're not necessarily a center of the stage type fighters, you know. We're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me go out of my way to try to watch them and stuff like that, you know. I wouldn't do that. But it was hyped up, man, because every time Adrien Broner fights, he's gotta say something to hype the fight and make it interesting, make it look like it's gonna be a great fight. But I mean, tonight was a great fight, don't get me wrong. I liked it. You know, but you know, it was not so much for Adrien Broner. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think. Porter wins via unanimous decision. Ridiculous. Judges scorecard. I believe one of them was like 118, 110, or 118, 108, or something like that. Woof. Crazy. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below and I'll talk to you in the next one, alright? Peace.